Hi guys, so for this video I'm using knitting needles in size 5.5 millimeters. I'm using circular needles because I find them more flexible, but you can use double pointed ones as well. And the yarn that I'm using is in size 4 medium. So I'll start by leaving a long tail and I'll make a slip stitch. Now I'll cast on 60 stitches. You can cast on any way you know how, it's totally fine. This stitch already counts as one. So after we cast on 60 stitches, we turn our work around and then we knit every stitch throughout row 1. This is one of the basic stitches, so whenever you learn how to knit, this will be the easiest stitch to use. So this completes row 1. Now for row 2 we turn our work around and then we'll repeat row 1. So we'll knit every stitch throughout row 2. Now for the pattern, we repeat row 1. Repeat this until work measures 3 inches. See here, for the first row, I cast it on in yellow and the rest of the rows I had in black and last 2 rows are in yellow. Now for the next row, the first 10 stitches I'll knit 2 and purl 2. Now for the next 40 stitches, we knit 2 together, then we knit the next stitch, purl the next 2 stitches together because we are decreasing, and purl the next stitch again. We're still trying to remain within this new pattern, knit 2, purl 2, but with a decrease as well. Again, I'll knit the next 2 stitches together, knit the next stitch, purl the next 2 stitches together, then purl the next stitch. Again, knit the next 2 stitches together, knit the next stitch separately, purl the next 2 stitches, then purl the next stitch. Knit the next 2 stitches together and knit the next stitch, purl the next 2 stitches, purl the next stitch, knit the next 2 stitches together, knit the next stitch, purl the next 2 stitches together, purl the next stitch, knit the next 2 stitches together, knit the next stitch, purl the next 2 stitches together, purl the next stitch, knit the next 2 stitches together, knit the next stitch. Let's see how many we have left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so now the next 2 stitches I'll purl together, purl the next stitch. Now knit the next 2 stitches individually. For the last 2 stitches we're not decreasing. Purl the next 2 stitches, knit the next 2 stitches, and purl the next 2 stitches. Okay, so we are done with decrease. So we decreased only in the 40 stitches in the center, and the 10 stitches in the beginning of the row and at the end of the row we did not decrease. Now for the next row I'll turn my work around, then I'll knit the first 2 stitches. Now we just follow the pattern. See here, when we see the purl stitches we'll purl them. When we see the knitted stitches we'll knit them. So we'll knit 2 and purl 2 throughout this row. So we switch into a different pattern. Knit 2 and purl 2. And as always you can knit and purl any way you know how. So yeah, just continue knitting 2 and purling 2 throughout this row. So yeah, we just continue knitting 2 and purling 2. See how many rows of knit 2 purl 2 we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 rows of knit 2 purl 2. And in total it measures 4 inches. Now from the wrong side I'm going to decrease the knitted stitches. This is the wrong side. I'll start by knitting the first 2 stitches, and then I'll purl 2. On the right side these purl stitches will be knitted stitches. Again I'll knit the next 2 stitches, then I'll purl the next 2 stitches, knit the next 2 stitches, purl the next 2 stitches, knit the next 2 stitches, and purl the next 2 stitches, knit the next 2 stitches, then purl the next 2 stitches. The purl stitches we are purling them individually, and those 2 stitches, knitted stitches, we knitted them together. Maybe I should mention that. Okay, purl the next 2 stitches and knit the next 2 stitches together. Purl the next 2 stitches and knit the next 2 stitches together. Purl the next 2 stitches, knit the next 2 stitches together, purl the next 2 stitches, knit the next 2 stitches together, purl the next 2 stitches, knit the next 2 stitches together, purl the next 2 stitches, and then we'll knit these last 2 stitches together. And now this is the last row decrease, and I'll turn my work around, and now see, we purl 1 and then knit the next 2 stitches, purl 1, knit the next 2 stitches. we just repeat this. For one row we're knitting 2 and purling 1, and for the next row we are purling 2 and knitting 1. That's just because we are working this pattern in a straight line. So for next row again, I will knit 1 and purl 2. Knit 1, purl 2. You just have to follow the pattern. When you see a knitted stitch, you knit it. When you see a purl stitch, you purl it. So just purl 2, knit 1. So we repeat this until our work reaches our desired length. Depends how long you want them to be. Now let's count how many rows of second decrease we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In total, our work measures 6 inches. Now we finish off all of these stitches. So again, we'll start by knitting the first stitch, then knitting the second stitch. Then I insert this left needle through its first stitch and pass it over the second stitch. Knit the next stitch. Insert the left needle through its first stitch and pass it over the second stitch. Knit the next stitch. Insert the left needle through its first stitch and pass it over the second stitch. Knit the next stitch. Insert the left needle through its first stitch and pass it over the second stitch. Knit the next stitch. Insert the left needle through its first stitch and pass it over the second stitch. We repeat this until we have only 1 stitch left on our needle. Now that we have only 1 stitch left, I'll chain 1 and leave a long tail. Cut the yarn. Now with the yarn needle, I'll join these 2 sides together. And I will do it from the wrong side. I'm going to use this foot, hopefully to be more clear.